Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another push workout, and good and bad both today. Benching just didn't go as expected. Squatting, pressing went great. 100% pain-free, bumped the squat another 10 pounds. Nothing to complain about. Closed grip bench. You guys see the smaller plates on the side? I decided to bump it another 2.5 because on Thursday, I got my 5x5, and it was challenging. But I felt like it wasn't 100%. So it's like I felt like I had a little bit of wiggle room, right? So I figured, the weekend off from training should be good to go, right? Nope. Sets of 4 to start, and I think I ended up with a triple on the last one, and they were tough. The last rep was tough on each one. I felt like if I tried to squeeze out one more rep, they would be very serious grinders, possibly even missed reps. So, what do we say about that? Well, been cutting, right? I gained muscle in my upper body on the last DEXA scan and lost muscle in my lower body. To have lost 15 pounds of body weight and regained muscle in my upper body off of muscle memory is phenomenal. All right, I don't have abnormal testosterone levels right now. I'm not blasting any gear. My testosterone's in the normal range. And I'm not in a caloric surplus. So I might have to accept that I may be at a point to where gaining muscle in the upper body, particularly getting stronger on the bench press, could be a problem at this point, especially as I continue to lose weight over time. I might stagnate a bit there. I feel like I can make gains in my lower body, my squat, deadlift, all that stuff can come back up because I can regain lost muscle in my lower body off muscle memory. I feel like right now, things like my chest, my triceps, they might be about as developed as they're going to get for at least a little while till I adjust my programming, particularly without a caloric surplus. And it's not for lack of effort. I mean, actually the bench has come up just a little bit, hasn't it? After we rotated back to it. I mean, it's been a small increase, but it is there. And I really felt my chest today. Also, I felt nauseated today, so maybe that's another factor. We'll see how this goes next time. But my chest was just lit up and it was cramping, starting with the first work set. And my chest is still cramping after all that. And this has been over an hour ago now. My chest is still cramping. So, I might be at the limit for my pecs for now. Doesn't mean we're not going to try to adjust training. Doesn't mean we're not going to try to make further gains. But, at this point, I've eased back into the small caloric deficit. I was at maintenance for just a little while again. I've eased back into a deficit. May not see much increase on the benching strength. All right. It might stagnate a little bit. It's stuff we have to accept. Now, you guys know at some point next month I'm adjusting my training again. So we're going to readjust everything. But for now, I'll live with it. I'm honestly, considering I'm losing body fat and everything else, I'm honestly not even disappointed here. Like, I'm happy that even my bench bumped up a little bit at all, because it seems like 6 rep max with the last weight that I was doing micro-loaded before was pretty much my limit, right? I'd hit 6 reps with 275 on the pause bench. So, on closed grip at least. And then we went over to floor press and weighted dips, and I come back and I got 5x5 with that, then got 5x5 with 227.5. That's technically through this phase of training a PR. Right, it's a small PR, but when you're an advanced lifter, man, you'll take them anywhere you can get them. If you can get a 2.5 or a 5 pound PR somewhere, when you're an advanced lifter and you're not gaining body weight, grab that shit, run with it, take it, be happy. Squatting, I bumped it another 10 pounds today. My hardest part though is again dealing with that thoracic rounding. You guys will notice that a couple of reps throughout this, there was a little bit of the thoracic rounding. I'm really having to focus on that. Like that actually on every single rep, if I don't put 100% of my focus on that and forget about everything else, it happens. And I'm going to keep strengthening that area with the good mornings. And we're going to build that back up. But, no pain in the back. In fact, I felt this in nothing but my quads. My quads were lit up after every single set of these. Because, again, we're upping the weight again. People might say, well, I don't know, man, that's a 5 with 335. Isn't really that strong. No, it isn't. It's not for me. You guys have seen me do a lot more even in the last year. So not that impressive, but I've lost muscle in my lower body and haven't been able to squat really. So muscle memory's kicking in. And so, yeah, my quads are like, whoa, what are you doing to us? They're like, we were not expecting this. You've been taking a break on us, right? So I'm feeling it big time in those quads. Oh my God, are they lit? So that's a good thing. That means we're going to stimulate some growth. And this is in spite of the cardio, guys. I've been doing cardio again every day. And, you know, quad strength's coming back up. Quads are feeling lit up. I'm hoping they're going to grow. Hell, let's get some quad growth to go with the caloric burn of that cardio, right? Need to get conditioned again. You know, and eventually I'll work GPP back in. But people need to realize when I say these things, it doesn't mean, people have this idea that when I'm making adjustments over time that I'm doing it tomorrow. That is not what you do to an advanced lifter. You do stuff like that, you're going to lose progress so fast it's not even funny. Everything has to be gradual. New training elements have to be incorporated one at a time. You don't add 3 things at once. You can't do that. You have to adapt to each new change. I'm going to need a little while to adapt to the low intensity cardio. Then I'm going to need to adapt to the new adjustment I'm making my training. Then I'll have to adapt to GPP work. Like, they're going to have to be done in phases. And all on top of it without a caloric surplus. So it's going to have to be very, very gradual. It's going to require a lot of feedback, a lot of assessing. But, you know, yes, I will get stronger. I will get more conditioned. I will get leaner. I will continue to bring the body weight down. But the main thing is paying attention, listening to your body, doing it injury-free. Guys, I'm a master's lifter. I'm an advanced lifter who's also a master's lifter. For those who don't understand that, I've said that before and some people make jokes about it. That's actually an objective fact. I am over the age of 40. Therefore, I am a master's lifter. It would be Masters 1, in fact, would be my classification. But the squats went good. I mean, and again, these weren't total limit sets. Like, I felt like I could have gone heavier, but we're going to go gradual. We may increase it just 5 pounds next time, right? We'll go to maybe 340 and see how that feels here in 3 days or so. So we've got to just keep moving forward with it one step at a time. Make sure that lower back is strong. We're going to do the other work, the good mornings, all that stuff has got to be done. So this is good because I did feel just a little bit of fatigue on my deadlifts on Friday, you know, so I am going to have to pay attention to it. But the fact that on squats, it's not bothering me. And this is the exercise I pulled those erectors on originally. Right, the squats is what got me, and it had to do with me doing pause squats with an issue with my foot. Because a lot of people ask, hey, what happened? How'd you pull your back? I'm like, you guys haven't been listening. I had an infection in my right foot that had to be drained, and I had to go on antibiotics, but I had been loading unevenly because of it, and it made me pull my left erector, and then it made my right erector detrain. So then after the left erector had healed, the right erector started hurting and throbbing every time I tried to squat. So we've had to adjust that, and then I've decided that's a good time to just adjust my form and technique, right? We need to just redo the squat a little bit, which we're doing, and going to move forward. Get my squat strength back, and again, rebuild the lost leg muscle that's been lost on this cut, which is really a lot. You guys got to remember, I was squatting 485 every day at one point in the last year, right, on camera. So I've lost considerable leg muscle, as shown by the DEXA scans, like 3 pounds. That's the difference between a 485 squat and what I'm doing these days. 3 pounds of leg muscle. If I can regain that, that's going to, again, increase my work capacity. That's going to matter tremendously when it comes to further fat loss without having to go super low calorie. It matters a lot. Press went okay. I had to take some long breaks. The second set was really fatiguing, so I ended up taking like 5 minutes before the last set instead of 3 minutes. And a lot of times that's what I do, guys. So a lot of these, I commonly take 5 minutes. Take however long you need. I'm training at home. I don't have to deal with the confines of a normal gym. All the data says take as long a breaks as you need to replicate the performance to gain the most muscle. So that's what I do. The luxury of training at home. Luxury of training on my own schedule. Make the most of it. Doesn't mean I need to do different reps and sets. It means I can adjust my workloads, though. I can adjust my rest times. I can adjust whatever I need to. Perk of training at home. But yeah, the pressing went good. Overall, other than the bench, just not really, the weight increase not giving me the reps I wanted, everything went good. It felt like my chest was really a limiting factor because the pressing went fine today. It was good. Squatting went good. So all in all, you know, 2 out of 3 is not bad. 2 out of 3 is not bad. So I'm happy with the workout today. It was productive. Again, we're increasing the squat slowly. without lower back pain, without lower back pumps. I didn't get any pumps or cramps at all in it today. So that's good, and I need to be careful in increasing it too quickly, right? We need to continue to do the other work to strengthen everything. Don't overload it beyond my recovery, and everything's going to be good. So again, productive session, starting the week off right. Everything, again, other than the bench, and I can live with that, all things considered. I'm not going to make infinite progress, particularly without a caloric surplus. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.